Hello everybody, and thank you for coming to Science today. I wanted to thank our guest teacher for coming in. I greatly appreciate it, and know that while I am out today, I know that you will continue to be a common, well-behaved young human beings, and we'll get this all squared away so that you can go and keep using your class beneficially as well as wisely. All right, so anyhow, I'm not here today, but I'll be definitely back Thursday, so I'll get the formalities out of there. Today is September 30th. At any given point in time, if it makes sense to pause the video, the guest teacher or the students can request that, and we can make that happen. But I'd like to make sure everyone here is doing their best they can, and just a level of respect and appreciation for the guest teacher who came in today. So here we are. You're still talking about the structure of water. Still talking about the properties of water, and hopefully getting a chance to remind yourself about the scientific method, lab report formats, and formulas, because you have your final test still either going to be on Thursday or Friday. So a quick little reminder here. If you've not done your C layer, if you have not finished your vocab quiz, if you haven't finished your concept layer check-in, if you haven't done your interview yet, and if you haven't done any quiz repairs, you have homework. The quiz repairs need to be turned in by Monday, Tuesday of next week, the latest, because we're wrapping this unit up real fast. Again, final test Thursday and Friday of this week, so keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. For those that are going to do hopping in the tank, let's see, last period of the day today was yellow period. They are going to do their tank dunking on Thursday. Everybody else will be the following week on Tuesday, Wednesday. That'll give you a chance to go and have your final test done, as well as get your lab work done. But yellow period is going to be having their dunking on Thursday. So, at any rate, here we go. This is homework that's now outdated, so we'll skip this. So, in the news, problem of the day, here's our agenda. Quick little lesson. I'm actually not going to do a whole lot of lesson because it's going to be your time for it. So, oleic acid lab, you should have already done this. This should already be done at this point. If it's not done and you need to finish the math, use the backside of the worksheet for it. But once the math is all done, please turn it into the clear tray and let's get you some credit. So, here we go. In the news, two big things floating around. One, the drought in California. It's affecting everything. It's affecting everyone, both animals and plants. And now we're moving that into a department of the animal planet called Insecta, them being the bees. California beekeepers are having to leave California because the bees just cannot survive in this temperature, in this drought. It's becoming a really, really rough situation out in California, folks. I don't recommend, visit, fine, but if you're looking to settle out there, I hope you're into cactuses and drinking no water. Also, in addition, in the news, scientists confirmed that there was water in the dark streaks on Mars. We got some nice pictures here of some of the area of these dark streaks here. Some of that having to be water. Just some new science floating around in the news right now. All right, so let's get going here. All right, first problem of the day. If you have your notebook handy, I would greatly appreciate it, and I'd also appreciate if the guest teacher would pause the video once this question is explained. But I'd like all students to please put A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H into the correct order for what a lab report consists of. This is not a scientific method, this is a lab report. So, go ahead, pause the video. We'll give you 1 minute to put it in order. If you've already seen this question, it's just a review. I'm just making sure you're aware of this, as this stuff will be showing up on your final test. Alright, video paused. Alright, so clearly the video's been unpaused. Let's just quickly go over the answers here. If you were to go and address this from being the first item to the last item, it would be beneficial to go and talk about your title first. So there is number 1, and your right after title is going to come your heading. There is number 2. After your heading, you really want to give a little summary about what the person's going to be learning about. So here's number 3. It's your abstract. Followed by number 4, the introduction. And let's go with number 5, this being your materials and methods, the explanation of what's happening in the lab, what you're using, what are your steps. When you're done with your experiment, you should have some results and data. You would then go and produce your conclusion and discussion, highlighting key data points, wrapping up your hypothesis. That's number 7 right here for A. And last but not least, your references should be number 8. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There's your order. Awesome. Next question. These 3 questions. So I really want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable being able to answer these topics of water properties. You have here, first up, what's the process that allows insects to walk on water? You have A, adhesion, B, cohesion, C, surface tension, D, capillary action. Take a moment to write your answer in your notebook, or at least have an answer in your mind. If the guest teacher would be kind enough to pause the video, we appreciate it. And here we go, we're back. So, best answer here? Well, as Mr. Towers once pointed out in class, there actually happens to be 2 potential answers here. And because the water has cohesion at the surface is called surface tension. So yes, 2 possible answers, both B and C, would have been sufficient. Bravo. Next question here. This question has to do with trees. This question is basically focusing on an additional version of an attraction between molecules. In this case here, I'm asking which process allows water to travel up a tree. I'd be fair to tell you that there's actually 2 answers. Let's see if you can figure out which 2 answers those are. Pause the video, guest teacher. And we're back. All right, so what are the best answers here? Well, the water's got to go up a tree. For it to go up a tree, we're talking about 2 different materials. The best answer for the attraction between 2 different materials? Adhesion. And what is this actual process that we can witness? We call it capillary action. It moves up the capillary. All right, bravo. Final question. All of these situations are possible because of what property of water? Meaning, if I was to finish the sentence, water is blank, what 5-lettered word would you use to describe water? Hopefully people are coming up with some ideas. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Best answer? Water is indeed polar. Polar. Water is polar. So, P-O-L-A-R. Because of the negative charge and positive charge at either end, we have a molecule that is attractive to opposites, and we end up with this nice little upside-down Mickey Minnie Mouse. So, polar is the best answer there. Alrighty. Good job, folks. So, where are you? What are you going to be working on? Well, let me tell you. If this is science class, you need to make sure that your concept layer check-in and interview are done. If they're not, and obviously I'm not here to do the interviews, and I'm not here to run the clicker program for clickering those in, make sure that you've studied your interview, make sure that you have your concept layer check-in ready to be clickered in if it has not been done, and then at which point, I'm not going to hold you back at this point. I need you to start looking at the B layer and A layer. So, what are we talking about? Well, B layer, A layer, we're referring to all these assignments here. Oleic acid lab, let's see, we've already done that one, so we don't have to worry about it. So that's check and done. What's your density? Well, a lot of people have been working on that, so that's something you could be working on if you're not done with it. Oh, one of the ones in there has to do with the density of humans. Leave that part blank. We'll do that together on, well, next time I see you, provided there's no final test. What's your mass? That could be worked on. Water properties lab, this could be worked on. All 3 of these supplies are on the center table over by the projector screen. I would ask that anything you borrow, anything you use, please clean it and return it when you're done. The wax paper can be thrown out, and that's okay. If guest teacher, if we need more wax paper, there's one of the cupboards up on the wall over there. Just pull some out and cut some squares. I'd appreciate that. Eyedroppers are over by the sink in the little container over there. And just clean things up, folks, all right? Try not to let some soap get anywhere. Minimize the oil. Trying to think what other experiments are occurring over there. Well, at any rate, all the worksheets are over in the folders on the side, including this one right here, A3. You definitely could do that one. Everyone could take that worksheet. Everyone could be working on that for homework. Get it done. It's a discussion on whether you would like to advocate for or against converting the United States to the metric system. Please note, you've got some requirements. You've got an image, a slogan, and 2 reasons why that are required. You miss any of those, you lose points, so don't miss them. The other ones here, A2 and A1, skip for now. They do require me and a little bit of a computer lab, so don't worry about those. At any rate, you're going to get 30 minutes to work on those. That's right, 30 minutes to work on your B layer and A layer. And at the 30-minute mark, the guest teacher is going to ask you to wrap it up. and then we're going to have you move into the documentary video that I'd like you to observe. It looks like this. It's going to be available on the projector screen cart, the paperwork right there, at which point it happens to just look like this. It's a double-sided paper entitled Pre-Questions B4A Water Movie Exit Card. I do have a couple of Spanish versions available. They'll be with the attendance, so if any of the classes require foreign languages, by all means, let those students have those. But you're going to be watching a documentary called Flow for the Love of Water. Going to start off talking about the quality of water and the companies related to the water. Please, folks, I try to emphasize this whenever I get into these topics. Outside of the science and the facts, when they start portraying societal involvement with science, I really want you to remain open-minded. I want you to go and do your best to open to the awareness, open to the idea of empathy. You guys just saw Rachel's challenge, and a lot of you were moved by that. Don't be afraid to experience emotions when you're watching these video clips. Just because it's not you doesn't mean you can't imagine what it is like to have these type of lifestyles. So remember, your accessibility to water comes at a cost, and I need you to do your best when observing this. I recommend you read the questions before the video gets started. And for the guest teacher, best way to start the video, and I'll have this set for you all ready to go here. I'm going to go and suggest down here in the bottom corner, there's an orange cone. You can find that orange cone, and that orange cone will let you go and turn the DVD player on. So it's called the orange coin. It's under the start menu. I'm actually going to put it over here in the number 2 position, so you can just click on that. All right, so let's get up to here and done. So you've got the documentary. Make sure the speakers are plugged in, both the front and the back, and that's it. You've got 30 minutes of the documentary, and then voila, no more. Okay, got about 3 minutes here. I need to finish up. So listen up. This is it for science. The next slide is for the tree period. So guest teacher, you can stop it, and students, you can get working. Watch your documentary and show this last slide for the tree period when you see them, third period of the day, or fourth period of the day. All right, folks, have a good one. I'll see you on Thursday. Don't forget, final test. Bring your study guide home. Go over your vocab puzzles. Check out your worksheets. Don't forget. See you later. Okie dokie. It's tree period time. All right, tree period students. 20 minutes of SSR, silent sustained reading. No screwing around on this. Take out your reading chart sheets. Your books, 20 minutes, silent reading. Guest teacher is going to be in control of the timer. When that's done, I'm going to suggest you take 10 minutes to answer some MCAS questions that I printed out for you. It looks very similar to this. It's a double-sided worksheet, open response on one side and 2 multiple choices on the other. I greatly appreciate it if you get that taken care of in about 10 minutes or so. Guest teacher, if you could collect that, that'd be huge. And at the very, very end, you have about 30 minutes here, so I'll let the guest teacher go and grab the DVD. Short circuit. You're going to finish that. Johnny 5 has just escaped, and he's gone back to Stephanie. I need you to start off at that point. If somehow you manage to finish short circuit, bravo. If you absolutely need to start the next one, it's called Contact. It'll be up here in the front with the guest teacher. Grab yourself a new worksheet, and I'll keep the worksheets available to the guest teacher. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Be good, be well. I'll see you on Thursday. Peace.